The place was a mess. The two-seater couch took up most of the space he referred to as his living room. The bed was just a meter away from the couch. He had arrived home after his shift and strewn his clothes on the floor. His mother usually did his laundry on Friday, so he only needed to pack everything in the laundry basket on Thursday. He finally located the remote wedged between the couch cushions and channel surfed until he settled on the news. He was glad his mother had installed cable TV. He only enjoyed watching the news and sports. He sipped his beer lazily, but stopped and sat up straight when he saw a black Mercedes-Benz beaming out of the screen and what looked like might be a crime scene sealed off with that yellow police tape and a news reporter standing in front of it. He turned up the volume. On Rivonia Road, in the early hours of this morning, the woman's body was found in the driver's seat. The name of the deceased, a police spokesperson said, has not been released pending investigation into the cause of death. They declined to say whether foul play was suspected, but are calling on anyone who has any information to come forward. Hey, man, he knew that car and that registration number. Not only that, but he had seen it as recently as yesterday, an hour or so before he'd knocked off at 6 p.m., when his colleague Sam came on duty. It belonged to that fancy woman who came to visit the Zimbabwean guy in his complex. Like all visitors had to do, she signed in at the gate. He had always been curious about her. She came at odd hours, but didn't usually stay longer than an hour or two. She never stayed at the night, which made him wonder if she might be married. She was quite a bit older than the Zimbabwean guy, although he could see why he would be attracted to her. She had a beautiful, engaging face, and always a smile for him and a wave when she left again. He hadn't looked to see whether she wore a wedding ring, but he harbored some resentment. He hated how foreigners felt they could sleep around with women in South Africa. Was it not enough that a South African like him was working security, while foreigners like that Zim guy carried on as though they owned the land? Now he had to watch helplessly while they slept with married women too. Yeah, ne? Everything was wrong in this country these days. He thought about what he just witnessed on the news. He hoped they'd repeat the story during the 10:30 news slot. There had been a number to call on the bottom of the screen, but it was gone before he could write it down. That foreigner probably had something to do with her death. But first, he should phone Sam. He dialed his colleague's number, but the call went unanswered. Damn. He gulped down his beer and went to the fridge to get another. He could feel the adrenaline kicking in. What he wouldn't give for that kwere to have something to do with this woman's death. Hey, payback time. The underdog also deserves some triumphs in life. And this was a big one. He could already imagine himself regaling his friends with a story at the tavern on Saturday. After the second bottle of beer, he tried Sam again. He picked up the call, but within seconds, he heard the dreaded voice of the white woman from the phone company. You have insufficient airtime to make a call. Fatak. Insufficient airtime. Insufficient airtime. Nyue. Now he had to go to the spaza shop to buy airtime. Ish. He was feeling so lazy today. Was it worth it? To put a small kwere behind bars. Of course it was worth it. He checked his wallet to see if he had any money left. Payday was 2 days away. He'd learned to ask his mother to keep his transport money for the month because he knew he could end up spending it all on beer. He had 35 rand left. His mother also made him lunch and takeaway dinner, and his transport for the next 2 days was sorted. Okay, he would buy 12 rands of airtime, but it would be enough to call Sam and the number on the bottom of the screen. Ish. Knowing the police, they'd probably put him on hold forever. Yo. No. He had to use his mother's phone. He brushed his teeth so she wouldn't be able to tell he'd been drinking. and went to the main house to talk to her. Immediately when he walked into the house, she glared at him with an unnecessarily cross expression on her face. Ufunani, what do you want, Wena? How, ma? Since when do mothers greet their sons like that? You are a handful, Wena. I don't have money to lend you. Just know that, she said irritably. I'm not here to ask for money, ma. A woman has been killed in my complex, where I work, ma. I want to call Sam, because I think they killed her at the complex. Yo? Are you serious? Do these rich people do such barbaric things? Jabulani shook his head solemnly. My work is tough, ma. Don't be fooled by their fancy cars and clothes. These people are savages. Give me your phone. It's urgent. I need to make sure there are no more deaths at the complex. Oh, shame, Tanam. Your job is so dangerous. He shrugged. I'm just a simple man serving lives. What can I do? Tata, take the phone. Do your job, my son. But please be careful, she said as she grabbed her bag from the chair on the table and handed her phone to Jabulani. She slumped on the dining chair, made the sign of the cross, and watched him with pride. Jabulani dialed Sam's number and waited for the voice on the other end. Sam, unjani? Hey, I'm trying to sleep, Jabu. Why do you keep calling me? No, man, listen. This is important. You know that woman with the black mark? The one who visits the Zimbabwean in unit number 89. Hey, bruh, I know her. Why? Sam, they found that woman's dead body this morning, Buff, on Rivonia Road. What time did she leave yesterday? She came in before I knocked off, but I didn't see her leave. Buffo, hey. You know, a strange thing happened last night. In fact, it was early this morning, around 1 a.m. I saw that Merc driving out, but it was two guys. I didn't see a woman in the car.